Hey.
Hey, we jamming, we jamming. If you feel good, clap your hands 2 times. So listen, welcome back to Go Girl Convos. It's just a weekly show, a weekly get together with me and some good Go Girl friends, where we just have conversation. Nothing really planned, but just conversation where we allow all the folks who want to be flies on the wall to come on in our world.
And what they say, come on in the room.
Come on in the room. So listen again. The post I made. I think I said, have you ever wanted to be a fly on the wall? Right. Remember when we were kids and we were growing up, and how we were always trying to listen in to what the grown ups were saying. You know what I'm saying? What they're in there talking about.
I can't hear. You go listen. And then you run because you hear them walking, you just go run and you what y'all in here doing?
Exactly. And so we let people be flies on the wall in our lives. We letting you be a fly on the wall to hear and tap into how we conversate with each other. As you see, it's just go girls having fun. Good girlfriends having fun, talking to each other and enjoying each other's company, but being transparent in how we talk, right? There's no, I mean, we ain't gonna tell y'all all our business like that, but it's all about being transparent with each other. And that's the way you build relationships. And so that's where you keep a relationship going, is through being transparent and being open to who the other person is and accepting to who the other person is. So we didn't even introduce ourselves, but I'm your good girlfriend, go friend, Tamika Chapman. I am the CEO of Mogul Media and creator of the Go Girl TV show. And I got my good girl, Carleeka here with me. So Carleeka, tell the folks who you are.
Ooh, who am I? Well, I am Carleeka Katrina Basnight-Menendez. Yes, all of that. I am the #1 black face of women in menopause. And so, look, ladies, right now I'm cool. So, look, let's hopefully, but let me tell you, menopause, it ain't nothing I can sit on and say, hey, let me pick you up later, okay? It's with me wherever I go, wherever I am. And so we are having the conversations worldwide, one woman, one group at a time, whether that's your church, your employers, wherever. We are shouting out loud about menopause. And so that's just a little bit about me. That's the space I am in right now, Tamika, where, look, supporting women to thrive in their business and manage their menopause at the same time, because you got to learn how to manage that thing.
Yes. I love it. So you can find each of us, all over social media. We're everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, pretty much everywhere. Well, tonight we're going to get into, not going to belabor. So our conversation tonight is all about back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, 10 years ago, we're going to talk about some milestones from 10 years ago, and then talk about our journey from 10 years ago into being the women that we are now, from young ladies to full grown women. Okay.
Grown.
So
Beyonce say, I'm a grown woman.
I can do it, but I won't.
Understand. And we do whatever we want in the will of God. Let me say that we're in alignment, but there's nothing that we can't do. We are definitely unstoppable in what we're doing, no matter, who or what try to come up against anything. It don't stop the party, baby.
Absolutely not stopping any parties around here. Okay, so listen, we're going to jump into it. When we think about 10 years ago, that was when 2011, right? 2011. It was a lot happening in 2000. A lot happened in 2011. Some major things happened for the world, and I'm sure in Carleeka's life and in my life there were some major things that happened. But we want to go back in a time like 2011. Carleeka, what were you doing in 2011?
Oh gosh, so 2011, 31, had a 1-year-old. Y'all, right, a 1-year-old. Like, I don't have no toddlers anymore. So yeah, a 1-year-old the year prior, I was literally thrown into menopause. So I was trying to figure this thing out as things started happening with your girl body and the hormones and all these things start changing. I'm just like, okay, Jesus, like what's going on? So yeah, I had been would have been a year of being in menopause, which literally changed my life forever. But it wasn't all bad, right? So you started to find yourself even more in your 30s. They say, your 30s, your 40s, especially, like, you really thriving, and now you even see more women in their 50s taking over things. So 2011, married, a toddler, still living in Virginia and different things. And so, but overall it was still a good year, even though I was having other health things going on, just trying to figure out, okay, this hot flash thing. Tamika, I remember having my first hot flash.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And I literally radiated, and I'm looking around like, what in the world is this? Like, radiated from my head to my feet. And it was just like, okay, my body is on fire. And I literally wanted to get butt naked and jump in a deep freezer, like put me in a walk-in freezer, let me get frostbite or whatever, because that's how hot I was. So that was definitely a transitional time in my life when I think back on that. And yeah,
that's a lot.
What about you?
Wow. 2011. Wow. 2011, I would say it probably wasn't the best time for me. Still happy to be alive, still happy to, be in the world, amongst the living, but it was definitely at a point where I was still struggling internally with just, it was a mental battle. It was a mental battle of, I was still on my journey of trying to become a mama. Still on a journey of trying to be the best wife that I could possibly be to this husband. Okay. Yeah. So it there's a lot of things that happened. I would say that, 2011, my husband was still in the military. I was out of the military at that time.
Wow.
No, I lied. He wasn't in. I'm thinking in 2001. Oh my gosh. Like, I done went all the way back.
You done went 20 years. Look.
Back in the day, okay?
Back in the day.
So 2011, we had just moved to Massachusetts. We had just moved to Massachusetts. Of all the places in the world to move to, we had moved to Massachusetts. And we were experiencing Snowmageddon. Snowmageddon, which was the worst storm they say that had ever come through. And I'm just like, we had to come here during this time. So that was my first time ever being snowed in, like truly snowed in. It was also a time when I had been offered a second position, which was in North Carolina. And I told my husband, I said, listen, I know we just got here. We just moved everything here. But listen, this job is in North Carolina. We're away from the snow. We can get out of this like today.
Like right now. Well, after this is over.
Right. And so it really, it was just a lot going on, like moves, the mental side, not really sure of a lot of things and wanting to have like everything in its space where you think it should be. But yeah, it was a lot going on. It's a lot going on in 2011. Yeah, it wasn't the happiest times, but there were definitely some great times, of course. You have your moments. Yes. Yeah, it wasn't the banner year that, that a lot of people want to talk about. Like, I had my greatest year in whatever. Yeah, well, 2011 wasn't that for me. But I can say that there were some major things that did happen for me, which is how I am able to still be here and, have a smile on my face in spite of it all, not interested in going back and changing anything, because it really allowed me to have a mindset of perseverance, right?
Yes.
A mindset of perseverance, starting this new position in a whole new state I didn't know anybody in. It forced me out of my shell a little bit to, get to know other people and be okay with getting to know other people, in a sense. But I found a family unit that, you call us the out crew, the outcast crew, whatever you want to call us, but it was a perfect little family at that employment stop. So some really good things and really good relationships came out of it. Had a good time. I'm still in contact with a lot of them. Of course, my dear old commander, he's no longer there. He's retired now and stuff like that. But it was really, really good. There were some really good moments that came from during that time of my stint in Massachusetts in a good old cold weather place. But yes, that was good. I enjoyed it. I look back and I can smile, even though, going through everything, mental side of wanting and not having and crying and not knowing exactly when it was going to happen, if it was going to happen. I actually visited two fertility specialists in Massachusetts area. I'm trying to, push this process along of getting pregnant and having this child, and it just didn't happen. And so again, it just further put me into more of a depressed kind of state. But again, it wasn't anything that I was not able to bounce out of. I can say that it wasn't anything I wasn't able to bounce out of. So again, I'm grateful for everything that I have gone through, because again, it created me into being who I am right now. So a lot of people would probably say, is there anything that you would do? Is there anything that you would change if you could go back now? And I told you that was not going to be one of the questions here, because I don't really feel that we should change anything in our past.
Well, I agree, simply because the blueprint for our life is already predestined. So we can make changes. We hear the saying all the time, when you know better, you do better. However, what we do really understand is that a lot of times we know better and we don't do better. Like, that's just real talk. We know better, certain things that we should not be doing, but we still do it anyway because of our own self-sabotaging beliefs, our own self, or whatever that looks like. So I agree. I don't think, a lot of times people look back and say, hey, what would you tell your younger self? Or what would you tell the little girl? Different things. And I'm just like, everything had a time and a season in our life. Now, let's say this. There are some decisions that we made that we knew.
Yes.
With all the red flags and the sirens and everything going on, like, bah, 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 don't do it. But we did it anyway. We don't live a life of regret. What we say is, you know what? Yes, there are some things that we could have avoided.
Yeah.
If we just would have been open-minded to listen. But we know, everyone go through those stages of, I'm grown, or I'm going to do what I want to do. God, Jesus, I'm going to come back to you once I mess it up. Because I ain't going to see you first, but I'm going to go ahead and do my thing first. And then I'm going to come back and plead and beg and pray. And, that you help me out in the situation. So I'm with you. There's nothing that I would just say, even in those 10 years or 10 years ago, even leading up to now, that I would just say, you know what, I would do all of this over, because like you said, it's gotten you to this point. For this time, for such a time right now, and I think when we start finding more positives, even in the unfavorable situations, then we're able to shift our focus to say, you know what lesson am I supposed to learn out of this? Is it perseverance? Is it more patience? Is it more love? Are you teaching me to forgive? And I know it's hard, right? I'm not sitting here saying you all, yes, it's the easy. It's not. Should I talk? Should I be quiet? Should I say this? Should I not? Right? And we still go through those same things, just to say, okay, what should I do at this time, in this situation, at this moment and stage in my life? So I agree with you. No need to go back, because I do believe a lot of times when people start looking back too much, it ain't always the best to reminisce, okay?
At all, okay?
Especially if you're not healed from some of the things that may have transpired in your life. And we will know when we're healed, when you're able to just freely talk about these situations, these things, or these stories, these testimonies that we have. So sometimes it's not best to reminisce, right? Because sometimes you'll get that one thought, and it'll literally take you back 10 years, 20 years.
Right?
Like, why am I sitting up here angry? Why am I sitting up here? Right. And it's like saying, no, because you haven't forgave. You haven't released it. You haven't let go. So I'm with you. I'm not going back. Whatever I did, it's already washed under the blood. It's already taken care of. And we done moved on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So here's the thing. I wanted to ask, like, what do you think your biggest lesson has been over these past 10 years for you right now in life? What has been like the biggest lesson out of all the things that you've gone through and learned about yourself, about the world, and how, you are riding this thing in your journey? What has been your biggest lesson?
F it.
Yes.
Period. Point blank and period. F it. And you all, let me briefly explain it before someone look. I don't want no one inboxing. Don't inbox me. No, just kidding. F it. Elevating my faith, because this is definitely a faith journey. Facing whatever the challenges I need to face, and then just being committed to fulfilling, like you said, my journey, my purpose, my God-given purpose. And so for me, the biggest lesson is just saying F it, like releasing people, releasing things, getting out my own way, getting out of my own head, and just saying F it and going after everything, really not even going after, catching up to the blueprint of my life, catching up to the blueprint and allowing Holy Spirit just to lead and guide me. That's what he's there for. And I'm just like, well, I ain't leaning on my own understanding. I'm all the way leaning on you. Believe that. So for me, it was just developing an ethic attitude that no matter what, I'm going to keep going.
I love it. I love it. And so tell the people, what does F it means again, please?
F it. F it, y'all. F it. What does it mean? Faith it. Elevate and ignite your faith. Whatever you're believing for, take it to the next level. I don't know about some of you all, but I know a lot of us have literally been in a faith fight. Like the enemy has been trying to knock you down, knock you on your back, situations, family matters, employee matters, all kind of things coming, health matters, financial, just coming at you. And I just want to encourage you, right? And I know that's okay with Tamika. I just want to encourage you to let you know that we are praying for you. If it's prayer, like prayer has no distance. We don't need to know your business. Just know that you have women praying for you in everything. So faith it. Don't get off focus from your faith. Stay focused on the faith, because the enemy understands that if I can take your faith away, then I can take your joy away, then I can take your peace away. And then I'm going to make sure that you're overwhelmed. I'm going to make sure that you're frustrated. I'm going to make sure you deal with some depression. I'm going to make sure you think about all your childhood traumas that you ain't thought about in 20, 30 plus years. But I'm going to bombard you with all of these things. So faith it, face it. Quit sweeping stuff on the rug and just deal with whatever you need to deal and heal, deal and heal, deal with those things so that you can heal and be free. So that you can walk in the freedom. And when you're walking in that freedom, that's when you're going to be able to fulfill your God-given purpose. So faith it, face it, and fulfill it. Just F it.
I love it. I love it. Listen, y'all better F it. You know what I'm saying? And if you need more guidance in how to F it in your life, you need to reach out to Carleeka. She can help you with that. That's what she's here for. I would say my biggest lesson, too many of them, but my biggest lesson is, I would say, is between two of them, but I'm going to go with this one. The biggest lesson is being okay with people not reciprocating the same level of love, concern, consideration, and respect.
Oh, that's good, Tamika.
Like removing the expectations off of people, because I found myself expecting people to treat me the same way that I treated them, right?
You better preach.
Listen, I don't go out of my way to disrespect. I don't go out of my way to demean. I don't go out of my way to leave out. I like to be inclusive and include everybody. Like I love to have a good time. I love to have a good time and just laugh and talk and just enjoy each other. And so it got to a point where people weren't reciprocating that, and I got to a point where I was just like, I was about to say F it, but I ain't gonna say that because we don't want to mess that up. We don't want to get in the bad grace of God. But I got to a point where I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah, just forget it. You was just saying forget it.
Forget it. I'm just done with everybody because too many people felt it was okay to just be disrespectful, and I wasn't raised disrespected, right? So it wasn't good for me to take on just like, okay, you want to disrespect me? Like, no, we ain't gonna have that. So I'm trying to stay in the will of God, trying to go to heaven, but these folks won't let me be, Jesus. Help me.
Pushing my buttons. And he's like, I know, but I'm teaching you some patience. I'm teaching you to bridle your tongue.
Yes, listen, that was my biggest lesson, just understanding that people are people first. A lot of times we put this title on people because they have this title, whether it's a supervisor or, a friend or a mom or dad or sister,
Right.
or husband or wife or whatever. We give everybody titles, and it's okay to respect that title. But I think in order for you to have a real conversation and a real connection, you have to remove the title and deal with the person.
Yes.
And so that's what I had to start doing. I had to remove the title, not caring about what your title is. Now, I respect you for your position, but you're going to have to give me that respect back. You know what I'm saying? I respect you as a human.
Yes.
But you're definitely going to have to give me that respect back. And if you can't respect me, then we can't be in the same space.
That is so powerful, because as we look around in the world that we're living in, there's a lack of respect for humanity. People can't respect people's opinions. People can't respect people's character. People can't respect people's personality. So when you don't like someone's personality, now you want to attack their character because of your own personal bias and your own personal insecurities.
Come on.
Right? And we see this in the entrepreneurial world. We see this in the church. We see this in workplaces. We see this everywhere. Because of your insecurities, you cannot try to dummy. I'm not going to dummy down because of someone else's insecurities. I'm not going to dummy down because of influence and different things. And unfortunately, and I'm going to say this, and some people may get offended, but it's okay. The truth lately has been offending a lot of people.
Come on.
Truth. In my own personal experience, where a lot of people want to pull the discrimination or the race card and all of this thing, in my own personal experience, 10 years and up until now, my issues have not been from other ethnicities. It's been from my own race.
Where is the shouting fans when you needed Jesus? We needed a band, a marching band. And
it's ladies and whoever's listening, it's not everyone, but I'm talking about my own personal experience. So when you said taking the expectations and the titles off, just respect me for being a human being. I'm not going to always agree. We don't view things the same way. We don't process information the same way, right? We all have different personalities. So I do believe when people learn how to respect that, you know what, this is Tamika. And if I'm really your sister, okay, that loosely term, right? Then we should be able to have a grown folk conversation. I should be able to come to you because I don't need Tamika, though we're good friends and we're close and we're business partners and all of these things. I don't need her to always clap for me. I need her to tell me my weaker areas. I need her to pull my coattail and be like, hey, Carleeka, you shouldn't have said that. That wasn't right. That wasn't wrong. But a lot of people are not doing that because, like you said, the expectations. And you do get tired of the non-reciprocated relationships. So that's when you have to release some people.
To grow.
Thank you.
You got to release to grow. You let go to grow. Let go to grow. That should have been another topic tonight, but hey, it is a topic. Let go to grow.
Yes.
People, and here I am with my pillars. People, places, and possessions. The PPPs of your life. People, places, and possessions. Let that crap go. If it's not serving you well, if it's not helping you move forward in life, if it's not fulfilling you, if it's not making you feel good, if you can't give back what they're giving you, let it go.
And I think that's why we get so upset. Even in the entrepreneur world, you hear so many people, I don't have any support, no support. No, it's your expectations of who you think should be supporting you because you've done A, B, C, and D. Okay, you did it. They didn't do it back for you. It's okay. But God strategically sends people to support you. So the more you keep saying, I don't have help, I don't have support, that's almost a slap in the face to the people that's there ready to support you.
Right there. Exactly. So I love that. I love that you went on to a whole nother level with that thing, because I was just like, listen, I ain't trying to go back to where I used to be 20 years ago. So I'm gonna need y'all to put some respect on my name, okay? Listen, It's just, I can honestly say this, that I have learned so much patience.
Yes.
I have learned patience, and I've learned perseverance, for one, just to overcome obstacles.
Yes.
They gonna come in the form of people, not just an obstacle in a physical sense, but in the form of people. People can be
Yes.
an obstacle for you getting to your next level as well. But I have learned that thing. Well, I would say this, that the other day I was having a conversation with a lady, and it was about to go to another level with my response, because I can be quick with the tongue, every once in a while. But there was something that Carleeka had said, probably like a week earlier. She had been saying it over and over, like in every conversation we had spoken. You said, "Watch your mouth." Now, you wasn't talking to me at that time. You wasn't talking about me. You wasn't telling me to watch my mouth. But the words were there, and I was just like, as before I said anything, your words popped up in my head. And I was like, okay, God, I hear her. I'm gonna watch my mouth.
But this is the thing, Tamika, we have to respond properly.
Yes, yes,
Right?
yes,
People have their own motives of why they say and do certain things to you.
yes.
But and every motive is not pure, you all. We just being real with it. That's what Go Girls do. Every motive is not pure. Some people strategically just want. There are demons and imps assigned to your life. The Bible says that the weapon it'll form, but it won't prosper. He didn't say nothing was going to come against you. There
Right.
are people that strategically come against you because they don't understand what you're doing. You don't walk around here with your head hung down. They don't know if they assume you ain't going through nothing. No, I may be going through something, but it's because of the grace of God that I'm walking in grace and I'm walking in love. Tamika, I'm with you. I know I have a smart mouth, but in this season, God has been telling me patience and respond properly. So I can't respond to everyone any kind of way. I can't respond to anyone any kind of way. Understand, you can't talk to me and respond to me and handle me any kind of way either. Don't get in trouble with God.
Come on.
Because he is the one that fight my battles. I don't fight my own battles. And when we understand the season and the time that we're in, where the Bible says mothers against daughters and all of these people against people, we're living in that time.
Yes,
We're coming up against you for no apparent reason.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Wendy, thank you so much, Wendy and Serene, for joining us this evening. And everyone else who's tuned in. I can't see everybody, but thank y'all for tuning in with us. And let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments, what has been your biggest lesson that you've learned over the past 10 years? Because our topic tonight is 10 years ago. 10 years ago, we're talking about the lessons that we've learned that has taken us from young ladies to full grown women, But tell us in the comments, like, what has been your biggest lesson that you've learned?
Well, Tamika, let me ask you this. So 10 years ago, with some of the things that you have faced in this time, right now, 10 years ago, how would you have responded 10 years ago?
Listen. I'm just gonna say I wasn't the patient. I was still quiet. I was still a quiet person and off to myself all the time, which I still am that way. But they always have this saying. Well, there's this saying that it's the quiet ones you have to watch out for. It's the ones that don't bother anybody that you have to watch out for. It's the ones who's always smiling that you got to watch out for. Because I really think
they turn to a Lifetime movie.
Let me tell you, Snapped ain't got nothing on what would have happened. But I'm just saying, like, and I'm being very, very honest, very transparent. Like, I know me, and I know where I was and how much I have evolved, and grown and matured since that time.
And that's why I asked that, because people need to understand.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
But because I've grown up, because I've matured, because I've gotten closer to God, because I made some progress, and I chose not to stay stuck at that 10-year Tamika.
There you go.
Now I'm able to respond differently.
Yeah.
So 10 years ago for me, responding, it just would have been a cutoff. Like, I used to just cut people off. And y'all, when I say the cutoff game was real strong, I'm talking about cut off, you passed out, I'm gonna walk over you like you did not just exist, and I'm gonna keep on moving, going on about the cutoff game was like that strong. Like, if you talk to me wrong or anything, Okay, I'm not dealing with you no more. And I didn't think it's like it was nothing to it. Oh, what you say? Oh, cut off. Okay, you get a cut off, and you get a cut off, and you. I didn't care if it was at church, work, anything. I would just cut people off. I would distance myself, and I would never have any dealings with them. Now, was that the will of God? Is that what Jesus would do?
Yeah.
No. Not at all. So now that we've matured, you all, and this may be someone's word on tonight, grow up.
Right.
If you're still responding the same way to every situation, you need to grow up. And you need to take those words and shut your mouth and grow up. And I'm saying that in love, but too many people are not growing up. You're not making progress. So that's why I asked that, because that just shows progress.
Yeah.
Letting you all know that this is a journey. This transformation didn't happen overnight. And what Tamika said, evolve.
Yeah, it's evolving for me. Okay, there definitely has been an evolvement, and there's still going to be more evolvement. I think we all, as we get older, wiser, and go through more obstacles and more, things along our journey, there's going to be another level of evolving that happens.
And you have to be willing to embrace the evolve, though. You have to be willing to go through that transition to see the transformation. Yeah. Ooh, that was good right there. You got to be able to go through the transition to see the transformation. But a lot of times in transition, we either stop where we are right at the beginning and we don't see this thing through because, like Wendy said right here, it was hard. How many times have we heard people say, oh my God, it's just hard? Jesus didn't say like, it was going to be lilies and valleys and peaches and cream and pastures just laying out. No, we're building tenacity when we go through these situations. You're building some grit. Having your faith walk is not a weak walk. Like people say, entrepreneurship not for the weak. No, spiritual warfare ain't for the weak.
Faith. I mean, here's the thing. Faith. You just hit on it. Faith. Having faith. It's such an easy thing to do when you are in tune and in alignment, but to get to that point for someone who has always questioned or hasn't been taught how to have faith or had that experience with God to know what faith is all about is the hardest thing in the world. Okay. And here's the thing, even I'm full of faith. There's no doubt about anything about me and my life that don't speak of faith in some kind of way. Right. But even for that, there are some days that I'm just like, okay, God, what's going on? Like you're trying to understand, the things that God is allowing to happen. Now we so excited for all the good things that God is doing, but there's still a journey. There's still things you're going to learn on your journey to get to all the good stuff. Right. And so it's still that whole thing of trying to understand, like, okay, why did that happen? Or why is it happening like that? Okay, now I know I ain't doing nothing wrong, Lord. What is going on?
But you know what, Tamika? That's what a lot of people sometimes assume when things start hitting them.
Yeah.
Not that we shouldn't do self-evaluation, spiritual, like a spiritual checkups, the same way you get your oil and stuff checked and all your maintenance on your car. We have to do a spiritual check-in and checkup as well. It's part of your physical being. It's part of everything about you. And so a lot of times, though, everyone is not in sin and doing things wrong. It's part of the elevation process as well.
Yeah.
Right. We know that we're not perfect beings and we're not going to be perfect until we see him. But when we decide that, you know what, God, I'm going to continue to say yes to you. I'm going to continue to whatever the journey is. And along the way, because you will give me the strength to handle whatever it is that comes my way.
Yes.
Because you already know 10 years from now, right? We're in 2021, 10 years from now. Where are we going to be 10 years from now? What are we going to be saying? But the thing is, are you willing to evolve right now? Are you willing to let go and release some things right now? Like, I'm a planner by nature and Tamika is too, but I'm not even looking ahead 10 years because I don't miss what God is doing right now.
Right now. Yes. It's one thing to say we're going to strategize this thing on out, but it's another to be present in where we are right now and enjoy ourselves. And that was something that I've learned along the way as well, is to enjoy my moments right now.
Yes.
Enjoy my moments. And I was, even a year ago, it still has been enough. It's still just that lesson that keeps reoccurring. Like, every single time something happens, a lot of times we're like, okay, that's good, but let me just go on to do the next thing. Okay, let me move on to the next thing, the next project, or the next goal, or the next milestone. But you're not really enjoying the moment of what you're experiencing right now. So
Because we've been conditioned
yes, to
to
keep
keep doing
going.
this. I've been running all my life and I ain't tired yet. I can run all my life. Like, okay, I've been running for Jesus. What?
Oh my gosh.
I
Yes.
ain't tired yet. But right, enjoying the moments. He's blessed
Yes.
us with the moments. And I think in this time that we're in right now, more people are realizing the time that we have poured into so many other things and so many other people that we've missed
Yes.
a lot of moments.
Yes.
Things that we can't get back. And so we're seeing that with where we've had the disconnect and different things, not being able to connect with family and friends like we normally would do. And now people are realizing even more, these are the moments that are so precious. Yes, building a 6-figure business, 7-figure, multi-million-dollar corporation and businesses is amazing, right? Walking in your purpose is amazing. But there's no point in time that I won't shut this laptop down or anything to spend time with my family, because there's someone out there praying and wishing that I had one more conversation. I had one more hug. I had one more phone call. Just one. Yeah. Right? Because, in business, they say, focus on the one thing.
The one thing. Eat what's on your plate first, okay?
Marquel Russell.
Shout out to you, Marquel.
Eat what's on your plate. And we have not been conditioned to do that. Or if we have, it's scoff it up real quick and move on. Scoff that up real quick and move on. But taking the time just to embrace and enjoy the moments. I love that.
Absolutely.
I love that.
And I think that's even more for me in my life right now, especially because I have these 2 toddlers, right? So I need to enjoy.
They ain't banging at the door.
Not yet. I think they're on their way to sleep right now. I think they're on a journey to sleep right now.
Get them Z's, baby.
But I think, for me, because a lot of the people, a lot of associates and my friends my age, they've had their kids 20 years ago, so a lot of their kids are either out of high school, graduating out of high school, in college, but none of them have toddlers. Okay. So it's like, I can't even really have a conversation with anybody about what my toddler's going through. I can't really have a conversation with this little millennial over here because we on different life paths. So it's just like, I just take the time to enjoy my life as it is now, enjoy it and not question, not have a hang up about it. And I do find myself sometimes saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. They're making a lot of noise. And then I get reminded, girl, you're fine. Like, I have kids and they may not be talking.
When you think of your journey of 18 years to conceive, I'm glad to hear y'all scream, because and it takes me back just thinking of there are people out here don't have the opportunity, either never had the opportunity because of whatever reasons, or the opportunity lately. What I've been seeing, a few people on my feed and different things, what I've been seeing, they've been having stillborns.
Yeah.
And that seemingly, for some reason, this is more than I've seen over the last few years and different things. I know that it exists, but I'm just saying that I've seen.
Yeah.
Or, people are grieving for loss and different things. And once again, we go back to, if I just had one more day, one more current, when I didn't answer that phone call because I was, what you say, busy,
right? Yeah.
I love what TD Jake said on a message. And he said, you're busy until you don't have anything to be busy about.
Right.
We're never too busy. Number one, for God. How dare you say, well, God, I'm too busy. I can't pray right now because I'm busy. We're not that busy. Prioritize how you start your day, how you finish your day, and prioritizing what's really meaningful, right? Your kids, right? And Tamika's right. I have one in college, one getting ready to graduate, and then the 10-year ago one. He's 11, right? Y'all, like, I literally thought I was sick, and I went to the emergency room, and they're like, Is a chance you could be pregnant? No. We're gonna check anyway. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh Jesus. Heartbeat? What? Heartbeat? Because it's such a gap. Like heartbeat. Oh, well, yeah, there's a chance I'm pregnant then. All right. Y'all, look, I'm just being real. That's how that happened.
The shock.
That's how that happened. But yeah, we have to enjoy the moments.
Yeah.
Like I'm big on time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if more people start realizing that I can't recreate, even though I can reenact, I can't recreate when we started this right at 6:00.
Mm-hmm.
6:00 is over for 9/16.
Yeah.
We will never get another 9/16/2021. So whatever we did today, y'all, what did you do with your time?
Right. And
quit allowing people to waste your time.
Yes.
We can't get our time. Like that's big for me in this season of my life. My time. Do not waste my time. Don't waste my time with meaningless conversations. Don't waste my time with just doing. I don't just wake up and say, okay, let me just do something today.
Right.
For whoever that may be, don't quit wasting your time. Quit and enjoy every moment. Don't miss. I know sometimes we've missed moments because of work and different things, but if you can help it, try not to miss too many more moments.
Absolutely. That's what matters the most. That's what matters most. You know, when you hit on my 18-year journey to motherhood, I wanted to also just talk about September is PCOS Awareness Month. Polycystic ovarian syndrome or polycystic ovarian disease, as some want to call it. I say I don't have a disease. Now you can tell me I got some symptoms, okay? But don't give me something.
You're gonna speak that on my life. I ain't able to receive it either.
I don't receive that. But I will say that, you know, September is polycystic ovarian syndrome awareness month, and that's one of the things that I dealt with infertility. It causes infertility. That's one things that it causes is infertility. And also I want to also say that this today's Go Girl Convos has been brought to you by Anaya's Project. This is a 501c3 organization that is designed to support women and families who have experienced pregnancy and infant loss, as well as those who are experiencing fertility challenges.
So look at that, and I didn't even know.
Right?
And that's where our conversation led.
Yes. And so find out more about them at anayasproject.org, ANAYAS project.org. Just want to make sure I put it out there right.
You spelled that right?
Listen, I hope, but it's anayasproject.org. So thank you so much, Anaya's Project, for sponsoring today's show. And the co-founders, Sunita Mitchell and Tony Mitchell, with their daughter, Anaya. But so yeah, this is the month of it, right? And so I have been reflecting back during this month, because this month is also my birthday month, which is on next Tuesday, right? When you know, our topic today is 10 years ago. 10 years ago, when I think about every September that came by, that I was still dealing with PCOS symptoms and signs and complications. And every year that I did not have a child, I didn't enjoy my birthdays. I didn't allow myself to enjoy those moments. Or celebrate myself. And, you know, my husband, he would, you know, give me a card. We go out to dinner, or he'd cook at home, or he'd try to do something. I just really wasn't in a celebratory mood, because I'm just like, what am I celebrating? I'm celebrating my life, but what is my life? Who am I? Like, what am I doing? Right. And so it just made me think of, what am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing? I don't know what my purpose is. That's another conversation that my sister and I have had many times about purpose. Like, what is your purpose here? What are you here for? You're obviously here for a good reason, a real reason, because you're still here. You woke up. You can talk, you can walk, you can have conversations with your Go Girls, right? Yes. But yeah, that was again, that's why I say that it wasn't like a banner year about anything. 10 years ago, it was just a trying time of me still trying to understand me, my place, my relationship with God, how this thing works. I've been in church all my life, but until you get older and understand having a relationship with God,
Mhm.
what it really means and what it really takes, you don't really know. You just go through because you have that covering from your parents. You know what I'm saying? So I've been covered a long time. Okay, I've been covered.
Okay. I had a praying grandmama.
Oh my gosh.
But
So
you're right. Until you have an encounter yourself,
yeah, yeah.
you're really living it through what they've said, what they've
Mhm.
taught you. And we're grateful for those lessons. We're thankful for those prayers. But until you have an encounter,
Yeah.
then you don't have an exchange. Until you have an encounter, then you have a transformation. So I love that you said that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So listen, this was supposed to be a 30-minute little get together with my good girlfriend Carleeka here. However, when me and Carleeka get together, it's never just a 30 minutes, it's never just an hour. You know what I'm saying? However, right now I want Carleeka to tell us about this right here. I'm about to pull something up, Carleeka. I'm about to pull something up real quick.
Look, y'all, I don't know if I should like go off there. Like, you, what you pulling up?
I want you to tell us about this.
What you
Hold
done
on.
found?
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh yeah, okay, we can talk about that. Look, y'all, I don't know what vow she was getting ready to pull up. No. Oh, so yes. I'm super excited. Menopause and Mimosa, you all, is happening this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Tamika Chapman will be in the building along with Stacy London from TLC's What
Yeah.
Not to Wear. I don't know if y'all used to love that show, but she is a phenomenal woman, stylist, celebrity stylist and everything. So look, you all, you want to get there. We have Lori King and Celeste with Care Beauty, so you can look them up on social media as well. Deborah out of the UK, she will be joining us. Tammy Lee, CEO of Opal Cool Products. So all my menopause girlfriends out there, look, she is giving away some amazing prizes, okay? Some amazing giveaways, so you want to be in tune. We have Dion Hall joining us from New York. Julie Gordon with Bossa Bars, Minnow Bars. They are amazing, by the way. Energy Bars joining us out of Cali. So you all look, we got New York in the building, VA in the building, New York, Cali, and the UK, okay? And of course, Georgia. I think I'll be there, Tamika. What you think?
I think you should be there, honey.
So ladies, you all are invited to join us for a fun-filled, empowering day. We had a few testimonies from last year where women attended and then they ended up having to have an emergency hysterectomy and be thrown into menopause. So you don't need to be in menopause, and you may not even know you're in menopause, right?
Right.
But this conversation, the same way we talk about puberty, we should be shouting out loud about menopause as well. So Tamika, I'm excited that you're gonna be there, y'all.
I'm excited. And even though I'm not in menopause, I want to be in the midst of women who are, and I can learn from them, because it ain't gonna be too much longer. You know what I'm saying? It gonna be too much longer, where I do have to enter into this phase of life, or transition into this phase of life. And it's talking to Carleeka, y'all can see she's young, she's vibrant, she is managing it. She's managing it well. She looks beautiful. I want to be just like Carleeka when I grow up. Okay.
Thank you, darling. And you all, I'm not to sit here and say, oh my God, it's the easiest thing at times. But what I am saying, you can manage it through lifestyle changes and different things. But look, we're not going to tell you too much. You need to join us on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's just come have a good time. Look, we would love for you to be on camera. If you need to have your bonnet on or whatever, throw on a wig, whatever you need to do, just show up and let's have some fun. And let's talk about menopause. Grab your pen, your pad, your paper, whatever, your electronic device, whatever you're going to take your notes on. And if you drink mimosas, whether that's virgin or with the champagne, bring your mimosas, bring some girlfriends with you. And if you don't, just bring your orange juice or your water, whatever that looks like for you. Just be in the building.
Absolutely. And so I put the link in the message in the chat section here. So it's bit.ly/Minnow2021. Make sure y'all come out and join us. That's on Saturday at 10 a.m. This Saturday, September 18th. All right, so there's one other thing that I want to share. Actually, it's a lot that I want to share, but I'm gonna keep it short tonight because we we are nearing our time. But here we are with the Anaya's 5K Walk of Love is on October 16. It is a virtual walk. We're still in COVID, so we're respecting that everybody's not okay with being out and about around others. So how you be a part of this? I'm sorry. The link will be shared as well for Anaya's Walk of Love, but it is bit.ly/Anaya's Walk of Love. And you can register to walk with us right now. The tickets are $35 until September 30. So make sure you go and register, get your ticket so that you can get your t-shirt and represent. And then again, as I said, the Anaya's Project is all about supporting women and families who are experiencing pregnancy and infant loss, as well as fertility challenges. So it's walking for a good cause. October 16, you have time to get your secure your ticket, and join us as we are supporting those who need it most.
I love that. I love Tamika, what you got going on?
Too much. A lot. So here's another. We have the Beyond the Book launch program that Carleeka, myself, and Alicia still have created to help authors and visionaries bring more visibility to their book after you launch it, because there's more that happens, more that can happen beyond your book launch. We'll share more about that next week. But you can catch any of our profiles and watch our video. We have a cool video for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But also
created by none other than
hey, why not? It's ours. So coming up next Tuesday, it is my birthday. Again, September 21st is my birthday. I would drop a cash app, but I don't really do y'all like that. You ain't gotta leave me nothing. You ain't gotta give me nothing. Just I'm inviting you all to come to my birthday bash / show launch. I am launching the Geaux Girl TV show next Tuesday. So when you join us, you actually get you'll be a part of a private screening of my first episode before it actually airs, before the world can see it. So I'm excited about that. You'll all get the link. I'll make sure to put that on my profile again, so you can get your link. Register. It's on Zoom, no cost to it. Come out and enjoy. Have a good time. It's a Tuesday night, not that late at night. I think we have it at 8 o'clock. Could be, I think, but I think it's at 8 o'clock. So make sure you just check out my social media. It'll be all over my social media anyway. But that's kind of what I have going on. I'm excited about it, and I am excited about my birthday now.
I'm glad, because I was about to say, I was getting ready to ask you, well, are you excited now about?
Yes, I became excited probably about 5 or 6 years ago. I started enjoying my birthdays because my mindset changed. Yeah. I had to change my mindset, and that's when things took a turn for the greatest, for the best.
You just getting started. Look, you are just getting started. The Mogul channel CEO. Okay, she is Mogul Media CEO. So definitely check her out all across. You see Go Girl Talk Show, and if you're looking, you're like, hey, you know what? I have something I want to say. I want to have my own show, and you say, this face belongs on TV. Okay. Or you have an idea that you want to run across her for a show and different things. You definitely want to connect.
Absolutely. I didn't even say that I am the owner of the Mogul channel.
I know. That's why I said it for you.
Y'all see how I am. I don't really do all the pushing of myself out there. But yeah, if you're interested in having your own talk show, on TV show, if you have an idea for a great show that you would like to see on TV, but nobody's doing it, hey, holla at your girl. We can make that happen. And then you can work with us as an executive producer of that show. So it's all kind of possibilities that can happen. All you have to do is say yes to yourself, open your mouth and say yes to Tamika. Okay. Right. So listen. Thank all y'all for tuning in. This has been an amazing conversation that I've had with my good girlfriend, Carleeka here. And it just don't stop. We'll be back every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to have another good conversation. Real women, real topics. Real women, real conversation, bold topics. Like the boldness is within us. So we just pushing it out, letting y'all be a part of it. I'm being that fly on the wall. So thank y'all. We appreciate you for tuning in. Really, really appreciate you. And we look forward to having more conversations with you in the coming weeks. Have a good one.
Have a good
Bye.
night.